All right, welcome to another episode of Blood, Guts, and Social Commentary. Today we're going to welcome another special guest, Mike Lombardo from Reel Splatter Entertainment.
Hello.
And we're going to continue the discussion on bathroom/poop horror. Mike Lombardo was the director of the 2013 film The Stall, so he's here to talk a little bit about that and what the inspiration was, so I can stop theorizing and pulling things out of my ass.
How appropriate. Okay, I guess that's my turn now to talk, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean...
What would you like to know?
Basically, kind of what I did at the beginning of this was I brought forth the connections between bathrooms and horror movies, because if we look at it historically, horror movies actually have the biggest tie to bathrooms. Hitchcock actually showed the first toilet flushing in Psycho. First recorded toilet flushing ever. It's a weird connection. And we've kind of built on that throughout the years historically. So it's this weird subgenre we saw with Killer Crapper, Stalled, the Bobby Miller Show, which premiered at STC. I don't know if you saw that one. Had like the guy in the diaper and all that. So we've kind of seen this running through of, yeah, we see it a lot in comedy, but we also see it a lot in horror too. And kind of where does the connection come from, at least in your work, where did it come from?
Well, to build off what you were just saying there, I think bathrooms are an extremely vulnerable place for someone to. So I think that's definitely the horror crowd, especially like in Psycho or something like that. Also, I feel like a bathroom is a place where there's a lot of, I don't know how else to describe it, but self-exploration of your own body. And I think that ties into a lot of, Cronenberg had said that when he was making The Fly, he stayed the Brundle Fly Museum of Living History in the bathroom because he said how many times has a person in their real life been served their death sentence in a bathroom. They find a lump or they see a growth that turns out to be cancer or something. This is a very intimate place to be. So, I mean, that's definitely part of it. For The Stall, in particular, I was in the bathroom at work at the pizza shop. And, I mean, kind of the same thing. The bathroom is also recognized as a safe place. For me, I grew up in a house with three brothers, and we shared a room. So the only time I could ever get privacy was in the bathroom. So I would spend hours in the bathroom reading books or doing whatever it is I was doing. And that's kind of gone into my adult life. And when I'm at work, I know that I can get a break if I'm in the bathroom and nobody can bug me. So I was in the bathroom at work, and I heard commotion coming from out of the dining room. And there was some customer yelling, or someone was yelling, something got knocked over. And immediately my brain went to, what if the place is getting robbed right now? What the hell would I do? And I was like, I mean, I'm literally getting caught with my pants down. And, like, what do you do in that situation? It's absolutely terrifying. You're completely defenseless. You're trapped in a small little cubicle. And it was just a really terrifying idea to me. And then, of course, because weirdo, that turned into, what if it was the apocalypse? And, so then I just kind of built from there. We had a trailer, like a big trailer, for a contest, and then I just, we started shooting it, and I was like, I could expand this into a full short, and it came up with all this stuff, and we filmed a lot in the pizza shop and everything, and it kind of became more of a, not necessarily, well, I definitely can't say that. Sorry I'm rambling, I'm very tired, it's got off of work shop. But it became a sort of I could be a douchey, pretentious filmmaker here for a moment. It became a metaphor for my relationship with the pizza shop. I've worked there. This is my sixth, and it's a place that I feel very safe and comfortable. But I know that I need to get out of it. It's complacency, and it's of the worst kind. And basically, I decided to make a movie about a character. Terrible things are happening, so he takes refuge in a small, comfortable, enclosed space that he feels safe in, and is terrified to leave because of the unknown horrors lurking outside. We never actually see anything outside of the stall once he goes into the bathroom stall. And that was pretty much a metaphor for my relationship with work and my terror at leaving that comfortable environment and going and trying to do something else with tentacles.
No, it's funny that you say it when it was kind of a small thing that went too far. That's actually what this episode was. This was... I had 3 initial planned episodes. It was poop horror, banana horror, and Amish horror, and this was... Yeah, it just went too far.
I was actually in an Amish horror movie, by the way.
Jebediah?
No, it was Amy, See the Possessed. It was a Bollywood by R.J. Patnick. It's like a big deal in India, I'm told, but it was a local. I live in Lancaster County, so it's all Amish here. So I was in that. along with Christopher Atkins, actually. It was pretty funny.
Well, crap, I might have to get you on the call with Brian when I have him up for the Amish episode, because we're still trying to schedule that with him. Because I didn't get that one, apparently. I missed that one in my research watch list.
Amy is, if you could imagine, Tommy Wiseau's masterpiece, The Room, but with possessed Amish people. That's about the quality level to get with that. It's pretty awful.
Well, clearly you know I'm not opposed to awful. Yeah, because you did have that Lovecraftian element, and you did have all the graffiti in the stall, which has always been a weird staple in the pizza shop of why do so many people shit with Sharpies, but I guess that's neither here nor there.
Graffiti always fascinated me because it, I used to, my dad, when my parents got divorced when I was a kid, my dad was living in a place he moved into. He had a friend who was a contractor. He would buy houses, live in them, and remodel them while I lived there, and then sell them. And he had one place that was, the whole downstairs was unfinished. And my dad was living there for a while, and I used to go over there and visit. And the downstairs area where the bathroom was, it had been a vacant house for like 5 or 10 years. So there was this graffiti everywhere, and I would just sit in the bathroom and read all the graffiti. I just love seeing these little stamps of people's lives, people I would never meet or know anything else about, but they wrote these little, crude messages, or sometimes I'd write little poetic bits, or they'd, sign a timestamp, and it just, it fascinated me. I'd come up with little stories for all of them and wonder what they were doing at that precise moment, like, where are you right now? I think graffiti is just a really cool way of, almost leaving some kind of little bit of immortality behind, at least until it gets painted over. So the graffiti thing is a big obsession of mine. That's why did all obviously the Lovecraft jokes we did install, but that's where that came from.
Because was the shot in the pizza shop you work at, or was it shot somewhere else?
Yes, the whole movie, all the interiors of the pizza shop is where I work, except for the actual bathroom itself was filmed in the band. In fact, that was kind of artist lofts, which sadly just got demolished and turned into luxury apartments for hipsters. Kind of sucks. We've done a lot of stuff in that place. So the bathroom itself was not. There are no stalls at the pizza shop. It's like a one-person bathroom. But the factory we shot in was just hellish. There's holes in the walls. It was winter time and summertime. Also, it took a couple years to shoot, but it was either freezing or scorching hot, and it was just those bathrooms were absolutely vile. Every bit of grime you see in there is 100% real. It was very, very unpleasant.
It's just hard to imagine hipsters in Lancaster County.
Oh my god, there's such a huge hipster population here.
Yeah, because
very, very big.
Yeah, my grandmother's out that way. It's just, we're in Frederick, so we're very used to the hipster. So, how is White Doomsday progressing? Because if you want to plug, feel free.
I would love to plug. I'm Dreaming of White Doomsday is my first feature for any of the folks out there that don't know. It's a post-apocalyptic Christmas movie. I'm billing it as Miracle on 34th Street Meets the Road. It's about a young 7 son, and they are living out their final days in a bomb shelter after unnamed apocalypse has transpired, and things do not go well for them. It's not comedy, which is unlike anything else I've done. It's very, very, very serious, very bleak. But that is post-production right now. We are doing sound design currently, hoping to have the whole thing finished by summer so we can hit the festival circuit. But there is a trailer on the YouTube you can check out. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes pictures on the Facebook and all that. So give it a look-see. It's good stuff.
And I will be linking to Reel Splatter's YouTube channel as well as their Facebook and webpage in the description on this video. Plus, they've been on my featured channel list on the sidebar since day one.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Try and give as much local love, because I did pass around that Girl Scout massacre thing as soon as you got it out, because I thought it was really cool, because if you want to talk about that, that was fantastic.
Yeah, that was good fun. We did, we assisted a Girl Scout troop that they wanted to learn about film, one of their merit badges. So, Connor, who's another horror author, she was a troop scoutmaster, so she brought the girls to Reel Splatter HQ, and I taught them about special effects and filmmaking, and they brought a script they had written called The Girly Massacre, and I kind of went over the script with them and figured out what we could shoot in my living room in an afternoon, and we made a little short with them, and it went on to actually got seen by a lot of people. A couple websites did features on it. We did a big Skype interview with all the Girl Scouts and myself for Decay Mag, but they were a joy to work with, and I'm hoping that we helped, in a small part, inspire a new crop of young horror filmmakers. So I'm excited to see what else they do. They have the next 5 sequels planned, I believe. So we'll see. We have the next big horror franchise on our hands.
Will Reel Splatter have a hand in all of those sequels, I take it?
I hope so. I mean, I would love to do it again. They blew me away with just how enthusiastic and good they were. I mean, they really kicked ass. It was really inspiring for me, too, because it reminded me of when I first started just filming stuff with a camcorder in my backyard, just grabbing whatever was laying around and just doing it, and that's pretty much what we did. You know, it was just a blast, just kind of making it up as we went along. It was good fun.
Yeah, because you hear a lot about a lot of filmmakers starting out that way, because I have a small background project I'm starting to work on about VHS and how home video and pausing and moving taught a lot of people special effects, so...
Oh my god, yes. I wore out.
Yeah, exactly, so it's...
And not just the tent scene in Jason Goes to Hell.
And that nice little poke through in Friday the 13th, and... Yeah, it's just how horror basically, inspired all of these people to go into effects, and how you learned so much from this particular genre. So...
Absolutely.
We get this little crop coming up, but I forgot where I was going with that, so never mind. Little burnout as well, but I also didn't just work in a pizza shop for God only knows how many hours.
Oh, you're very lucky.
Yes. You came up in a small blip of shorts. I don't know if you were aware of any of the other ones, because it was... Killer Crapper came up in 2000, Stall came up in the same year you did, which was 2013, but that was a feature length. And the Bobby Miller show we talked about earlier, it was 2014, it was the year after you. And I think that was kind of it. It was that short little blip of...
So Monster is another one.
Oh, yeah.
That was... Can't remember when that came out. That was a number of years ago. It's interesting with Stalled, the zombie movie feature, because we were shooting the Stall and promoting it actively 2 years before it was finished, because it just, for various reasons, we just... stopped working on it for a long period of time and then got back into it, and their marketing material was almost identical to ours, and I got my phone just exploded one day, and everyone's like, did you make a feature? Is it on Netflix? And everyone's telling me to go on Netflix, and I look and I saw a movie that had the same poster except replaced tentacles and zombie hands, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I saw that.
Very annoying. Very annoying. And our alternate poster with the restroom sign with tentacles coming in on the side is their other poster, except it's a zombie. Same thing. I mean, when you're dealing with bathroom horror like that, I mean, obviously the imagery is, probably universal, but did not rub me the right way seeing another small indie group suddenly getting a lot of press coverage about the novel idea of setting a movie entirely in a bathroom stall during an apocalypse. I was like,
Again, it was just imagery, because I remember seeing the marketing materials and us for a minute thinking about that, grabbing the DVD and being like, no, it's not the same movie.
Yeah, I had a lot of people got mixed up with that, which frustrated me a lot.
Yeah, no, we grabbed the DVD and looked and realized very quickly, it's like, no, it's not the same thing. Yeah, no, I can totally understand why that would be frustrating. Yeah, I didn't see any resemblance to any of the other films, though, if that makes you feel any better. Yeah, Killer Crapper was the thing actually turning into a toy, like the toilet turned into a killer monster that was, chasing after people.
That's wonderful. Let's, wasn't Look Who's Talking 2, I believe? Talking about cinematic masterworks. There was the scene where the little boy sees the toilet comes alive with bangs and says, I need pee-pee. Give me that pee-pee, or something along those lines. It terrified me as a kid.
Yeah, I feel like it would have said I need pee-pee, because give me that pee-pee is probably a little too suggestive.
There's also the classic Real Ghostbusters toy, the killer toilet. called Toilet Terror. It was a ghost possessed toilet from the cartoon show. That was a very big thing when I was a kid, that I was a big fan of. Maybe all this toilet imagery subconsciously weaseled its way into my subconscious here.
There's plenty of examples, I mean. Yeah, because it's to the point where I realized, like, this is gonna have to be a 2-part episode, just because there's just too much content that just ties it all together. Yeah, it's just this constant fear of bathrooms, and it's a slippery surface. It's easy for people to attack you. If you fall asleep in a bathtub, you'll die, and this, that, and the other, because you were talking about body horror earlier, and Cronenberg uses it all through. I think I use Shivers as an example, and things like that, because of the parasite going in through the bathtub.
Yep. There's also, they use that scene in Slither as well. The girl in the tub, and it's basically an identical scene, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Shivers. But there's also the scene in Rising of the gal in the cruise ship getting sucked through the toilet from one of the squid tentacles at the beginning. A very cool scene.
Yeah, and the first scene in Street Trash where the first melt happens, where he flushes down that... Yeah. Well, I'm doing a melt episode as well, so double duty research watches.
Yes, that's one of my favorite movies. Another thing that inspired Stall, I started this, was the idea that I was always terrified that I'm going to die working. Like, that's like one of my greatest fears. And I thought, like, if it was the apocalypse, just the idea that my last act on Earth would be taking a shit. And it's like, this is where I'll be when the world ends. Like, this is how it ends. The summation of my life is me sitting on the shitter in this job that I hate, and this is it. And it's just, that felt like such a fitting end for a life. And that was terrifying and weirdly poetic.
So are you concerned it will be with a bang or with a whimper?
It'd probably be with a whimper. I really feel like it would be with a whimper. I guess depending on what I ate.
Well, I mean, would you have used the Nito Burrito coupon you got for your birthday, or the gift card you got for your birthday?
No, that's the thing, is I have horrible digestive health too.
Yeah.
Probably because of the Nito Burrito that I eat. So I do spend a lot of time in the bathroom, and that's where I come up with a lot of my ideas. It just gives me time to sit and think. And actually, in the stall, there's a deleted scene where when he first goes into the bathroom stall, we show the outside of the door. It says "Think Tank 1" is graffitied on there, and that was because I used to call the bathroom at work. So I was sitting there, an hour would pass, and I'd come out with all these ideas for different things. Some people like to take in the beauty of nature, or listen to some soothing music. I just sit on the porcelain throne, and the ideas just flow out of me. Eat a burrito.
Because I remember on Suburban Holocaust, you had that whole womb skit going. I'm blanking on.
Womb for two.
Yeah, womb for two, and I'm just like, I'm noticing a theme here. Yeah, because you use the bathroom in Long Pig.
Yes. The guy getting his throat hacksawed open in the bathroom. There's actually a necrophilia short that I'm planning on doing after we finish White Doomsday that ends in a bathroom with somebody slipping, coming out of the shower and cracking their skull open, which is another horrible fear of mine. Again, that just goes into the vulnerability of it. It's just, you can, just a trickle of water on the tile, and you fall the wrong way and you break your neck.
Oh yeah. That's
horrifying.
All through this. I mean, there's the over-the-top Final Destination scene where that happens because it's Final Destination and it has to be over the top.
Good fucking scene too. He gets choked to death with shampoo. You can't get traction on the tub floor.
Yeah, I don't mean to dog on it. It's always just over the top and so out there.
I love that. I just love that scene. I thought that was very fun.
Yeah, because it's all slippery surfaces, because you want something slippery, but it's like, when you think about it, it's like, well, it's all rounded edges, and you don't think, well, if you're thinking of something that's inherently dangerous with a lot of slippery surfaces, you'd think a kitchen that has knives and sharp things, but a bathroom, way more dangerous.
It's all porcelain.
Yeah.
Heavy duty and hard. And, there's a scene in Profondo Rosso, the Argento movie, where the gal gets her teeth knocked out of the edges of the sink bathroom. And, there's her teeth knocked out, and then I think maybe getting two scenes mixed up here, but then she gets drowned in the scalding tub. A tub full of scalding water, which is really, really horrific. Ugh. Tub drowning is really popular in actually a lot. Dead Alive had a lot of that too. the movie American Gothic. The young lady loses her baby. She goes to answer the phone while he's giving her a bath. Baby drowns. So there's a lot of anxiety about the bathroom.
Yeah, and wasn't the kid in the bath in Antichrist?
I haven't seen that actually. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I haven't seen the whole movie.
Yeah, I can't remember if the kid was in the bathroom or the bedroom. But yeah, the parents weren't attending it because I have to look it up before I put this episode out there, but there was a PSA that was talking about burns. Like, I remember vividly as a kid where it's like, the mother goes to take a phone call and you hear this, like, scream come from the bathroom and the kid, like, messed with the knob and got, like, massive burns everywhere.
Yeah, scalded. Ugh.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. And it's like, turn your water heater so it won't go above this thing. It's like, oh dear God. So it's like a kid, I'm freaking out. I'm like, I don't know how to mess with a water heater.
Oh, the scene in Nightmare on Elm Street with Nancy. Love.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because she was nodding off in the bathtub, it's the danger of that.
Bathroom deaths well, not deaths, but, moments.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a freaking toy. It's like one of the few Nancy toys you get.
It's true.
Because she's freaking naked in a bathtub. Call it sexist or anything, it's just like, because she's naked in a bathtub, you just don't get a whole lot of Nancy toys. Little personal crusade Heather Langenkamp's been on forever.
What's that?
A whole little personal crusade Heather Langenkamp's been on forever. She's like, we need more Nancy toys. It's like, well, more bathtub scenes then. That's apparently how you get them. Honestly, I think we've covered everything that I was setting out to ask, unless you'd like to add or plug anything.
I think I covered pretty much everything. It's a weird, it is a weird, like, subgenre, and it's so much where it's either going to be incredibly, like, goofy and play it for gross out.
Yeah.
Or it really, I think, just plays on the fear of vulnerability. I mean, showers and stuff, I don't think anything's done it better than Psycho.
Yeah.
When you're taking a shower, you still, that curtain drawn, you always just assume there's somebody there. Like, I always paranoidly check. Just because, it's just you're nude, it's loud, you can't hear anything, sensory deprivation.
Oh, yeah.
And it's an area that you're supposed to feel safe and private, and, somebody's peeping in there, or some otherworldly Lovecraft chemicals are slithering up in, or any maniac's glove, all sorts of terrible things can happen to you.
Oh no, we have this freaking foster cat who's completely obsessed with bathrooms. So if you try and lock her out of the bathroom, she sits there and screams bloody murder. So we let her in, and she sits there and screams bloody murder, and you have to like crack the thing open just enough so she can see in and still scream bloody murder because she won't come in to try and help you, but she alerts everybody else to come help you. So it's like, so you just have this screaming cat the entire time. It's just like, yeah, this isn't scary at all. It does not help the bathroom uncomfortability and feeling vulnerable at all.
Generally, I'm the one doing the shrieking when I'm in the toilet, so...
Yeah, no.
I don't need any help.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, you know about my current health thing. Yeah, there's a lot of screaming in the bathroom. It's because, like, I went through Psycho, Shivers, Carrie, The Shining, Deadly Blessing, Nightmare on Elm Street, Street Trash, Candyman, Scream 2.
Oh, Candyman's got an excellent bathroom scene.
Yeah,
that pee-pee.
Yeah, give me that pee-pee and the calls into the mirror.
Yeah.
Final Destination, Rest Stop, Zombieland, and Antibirth were the scenes I gave.
There's more, and I can't think of them offhand.
Yeah.
Oh, Cabin Fever has a great bathroom scene, the girl shaving.
Oh yeah, the one with the girl shaving and she gets her, like, skin coming off of her leg.
That's her skin off. Yeah, it's edging into body horror territory.
Yeah, and that needs its own freaking episode.
I had hernia surgery. I had 2 softball-sized hernias about 7 or 8 years ago, I want to say. And I was told that I couldn't lift anything over 2 pounds. And I was couch-ridden rather, they told me I couldn't leave the couch for like 4 weeks. So I had friends that were over, kind of taking care of me the first couple days that wasn't allowed to move. And they told me the anesthesia would mess up my digestive tract quite a bit. So they told me to eat a lot of oatmeal and stuff and fiber. So about 3 days in, I finally had to take a shit. And I was home alone at that point. So I remember I had a cordless phone, didn't have cell phone at the time. And I had to get into the bathroom and I had the door wide open. and I had a 3-inch incision right above my groin that was glued shut, and I was so scared that I was gonna push and my guts would literally spill out of the incision and that I would bleed to death on the floor. So I cried while I sat on the toilet. But it was the most terrifying thing that's ever happened to me. It was sitting there for 3 hours trying to coax a bowel movement out of post-surgery. And I was like, that was another time where I thought that this bathroom was going to become my tomb.
Oh yeah.
Very scary.
When I had my second surgery, the appendectomy, the surgeon ruptured my intestines because awesome. Ended up with about 20 staples holding my intestines together, like my gut together. It looks like I had the cesarean from Hal.
Yeah.
And when I finally was able to go to the bathroom, there was just blood everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm just like calling the doctor. He's like, yeah, I'm bleeding a lot. And they're just like, no, it's normal. And I'm like, you sure? Because there's like a lot of blood. Like, my husband's freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm just like, I feel like there shouldn't be this much blood. Like, and this was going on for like weeks after the fact. And yeah, no, that was, I can totally relate to that because I was, again, afraid like every time I moved ever so slightly that I was going to pop a staple and my guts were just going to come out. And again, like, just going to die. Yeah. It's like, you shouldn't be worried your insides are going to become outsides. It's not a fear people should normally have. Yeah, but definitely I'm gonna end up doing a body horror episode, and he's supposedly gonna come in and do like bio stuff because he's the biologist, the virologist, so he's supposed to do sciencey horror stuff, so he's supposedly gonna do an H+ episode, which would be nice. I may end up calling you back in if you want to do body horror with me.
Oh, I'm a huge body horror fan.
Absolutely, because, I think that was one of our first conversations.
Probably.
I think it was both us coming to terms and, like, calming each other down about Cronenberg no longer doing body horror. Although it was having that nerd rage, and it's like, it's okay, Spider wasn't that bad.
Maps from the Stars felt a lot more like old Cronenberg. Just super dark and venomous. There's actually a really great moment where the lead actress is taking a shit while her assistant stands on the other side of the door, like an open door, watching her, and she's just commanding her to, for her to-do list. And it's just this intimate moment that's just so nasty. And it's just weird stuff. But you should check it out if you haven't seen it. Stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, it's Offspring's doing it, so at least we kind of have that. Antiviral was fun, so.
Oh my god, I loved Antiviral. That was amazing.
Yeah, I was just talking about the other day, because somebody was like, post movies that have terrible cover art, but were actually pretty good, and Antiviral.
Yeah.
Terrible cover art, really good movie.
Yep, very, very good.
I guess I should let you go and get some rest, and because you look like you're fainting.
It's not too far off from the truth. I go drink some child's blood to perk up again.
It's like, unless you want to continue to talk about toilets, because I'm cool with that too.
I think I'm tapped out on that front, but I'm gonna go hit one up and see if I can get some inspiration.
Okay. Well, if you have any more ideas,
just. It's a pleasure being here with you. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
And thank you for coming on and dealing with me and all that.
Excellent. Well, I hope the rest of your time is shitty. That's what we did there.
Puns. Always down for a good pun. But I'd like to give a special thank you to Mike Lombardo for joining us here today and talking to us about his shitty ideas with the stall.
Thank you. I look forward to being on again.
All right. Thank you. Have a great night. And this concludes our second part of our special on bathroom/poop horror. If you like what you're hearing, please hit like, comment, subscribe. If you don't like what you're hearing, please give me a comment. Let me know what you'd like to hear. Thank you.